Good evening, everybody. Sunday night, it's time for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker. It's been quite a week. I got quite a bit to show you, and we got a hot topic to talk about tonight. It's going to be a big show, so strap in. It's going to be a little bit of a ride here. I'm going to try to get it all in 30 minutes. So if you can only stay for 15 and come back later and finish, that's fine. Like and subscribe if you like my channel. And here we go. We're going to do a hot dive into promo records. Yeah, journalists, music directors, radio stations, those were the ones that got those promos back in the 70s. Now they're rare. You can find them in record stores. You can find them at flea markets. And if you ever see one, you need to pick it up. Only a few thousand were pressed of each record back in the day, back in the 70s, those promo records. And some of them had pictures of them. Some of them had biographies inside. And the first pressings off the metal stamper were the promo records. And those are the best sounding records you're going to find because they were the first ones off the stamper. So if you see them, it says demonstration, not for sale, promo, whatever, white labels. That's it. I'm going to show you my favorite 20 that I own at the end of the show here. First, we're going to look at what I picked up over the last week to 10 days. And so there's quite a bit there to show. So let's start off with this one here. Found this one at a little thrift store not too far from my house here. And those Wesley, Bruce, and Lang. This album here is a cooker. If you don't sleep on this record. If you never heard it before, Leslie West, Jack Bruce, and Corky Lang, they just unload on this album. And I know Stoner was talking about it. I think Stoner was liking this. But this album here, Old Goat, you got to find this one. If you don't have this one, you need to find this one. I paid all of I think $6, $4 I think for that. So that was a good pickup. This one here I got in the mail. I got from the old Discogs or eBay, one of the two. Return to Forever, Music Magic. I've been on a jazz fusion kick as of late, and currently you're listening to this album, Spaces. This album here has got John McLaughlin on guitar, Chick Corea on electric piano, Billy Cobham on drums, and Mirzasov Victorious on bass, something like that. Of course, Larry Coryell on guitar. This album here is another cooker. This is a good album, really good. I'm glad I picked that up. Got that, the Spaces album, at a antique mall yesterday up in Nebo, and I did a little short video on that. I'm going to try to get that posted. I'm trying to get it posted. I only have 20 megahertz up here, 20 mega, whatever they call it, 20 up here in the mountains, so it doesn't translate very well. Ooh, sorry about that. Steely Dan's Greatest Hits. This was also at the antique mall. I think she had $12 on this. That was a pretty good deal on that. I've been looking for a copy. I'm still looking for gold. Haven't found gold yet. This one here is Minty Mint, and I'm looking forward to playing that. I heard that's the best, as of right now, that's the best you're going to hear, Steely Dan. It sounds even better than the originals. So I don't know. We'll have to give it a listen and give that a listen. I know they're coming out with them ones that are $150 a piece for all first 7 albums or something. Not this kid, not the Vinyl Picker. I try to find things in thrift stores, and I try to find things out in the wild, and I bring them to the table here to show you, the people here to watch my channel. So yeah, and sometimes I buy from eBay, and sometimes I get from Discogs, because you can't find everything in the thrift stores, as hard as I try. How about this album, Mahavishnu Orchestra, John McLaughlin, Inner Worlds. Got this one for $5, I think. Right now, jazz fusion records from the 70s are going pretty cheap. They're not going too much. This one here, I got this one off of eBay too, and it was a twofer. They sent me 2 records, and I paid $6, I think. This album's hard to find, and it's actually pretty expensive on eBay or on Discogs. Lenny White, Venusian Summer. This album here was another album that was a cooker. This one here was a smoker, and it's on that really cool label. Yeah, Neperior. Got this album here. online also. Steele's Young Band, Long May You Run. I had this album back in the day. I like some country rock. This on the Reprise. Yeah, I like some country rock. Excuse me. Found this album at a bargain bin. I think it was $2. This one here and another one. This album here is Ladies of the Canyon. It's a good copy. It's got a couple of issues. I've cleaned it twice on my Humming Guru, but I'll try to give it another cleaning, see if I can get it cleaned up a little bit better. It's a little dirty. It's not bad though. That Humming Guru, if you don't own one of them jokers and you got some extra cash, maybe from after the first of the year when you pay your taxes, or you get a birthday present or a Christmas gift, get yourself a Humming Guru. Those things are awesome. I don't get paid to talk about them, but they're like $300 and change. And then you get the couple adapters, and I think the biggest problem, I guess, is paying $100 to get it shipped from Hong Kong. But what I heard is a place in Chicago or somewhere where they're starting to stock them in the U.S. So you don't have to pay all that shipping. So look into that and get one. It cleans up records really good. It really does a great job. Eric Clapton, 461 Ocean Boulevard. Found this one for $5 in a bin, and I used to have this back in the day. I lived down in Florida. This is a really good album. I like some of the Wankers albums. The Wanker. Mazzy called him the Wanker. Kitaro. Found this one not too far from here. I paid $5 for this one, and it's a Kitaro album I didn't have, and I enjoy this type of music. The Jean-Luc Ponty, Kitaro, Passport, just all kinds of new age and jazz records, like my favorite stuff. 29 with Lenny White. This is that other Lenny White album that was in there with the other one. This one here was like a freebie. It's like a twofer. A Lenny White wax twofer. These three here I found, like a week ago already, last Monday, at the Habitat for Humanity, and it's Boats. I never even heard of this album before. Anybody out there has ever heard this album? Let me know in the comments below. But these were all 99 cents. This one here, Roger Voudouris, Radio Dream. Never heard of this Gomer either. I don't know. Paid $1.50 for it. And this one here I picked up for my daughter, and that's a promo. That's the first promo of the night, and this is a good segue into promos. Yeah, let me put these back in here. Let me get a sip of some juice. And we can talk about promos. So I started collecting promos a while back, and I really enjoy the sound they give. The sound is just incredible. I really like it, and so I'm always on the hunt for promos. Whether I buy them or I find them in the wild. A couple of these I found in the wild, and that's totally wild when you find them in the wild. But a lot of times I have to pick them up on eBay, and most of the music I listen to from the 70s, like from 70, let's say from 70 to 77, 70, 78, those 8 years in there were the progressive rock and jazz fusion records. So those are my two favorite genres of music. That'd be jazz fusion and progressive rock. Those are my two favorite. Probably because of my age, graduating high school in 76. I was prime and ready for Pink Floyd and all those bands back then. All the great bands as we know them. So here you go. These are my top 20 promo albums. And the question I have for everybody out there, are promo albums audiophile? Think about that for a second, and we'll talk about it after I show you these promos. Think about that. Are promo records, the first ones off the metal stamper, are those audiophile records? Or are audiophile records, the new records that are being pressed now, they're not even from tape. They're digital. I believe it's these. I believe it's these right here. And I'm going to show you 20 of them. And I got another 20 over there. It's going to be a part 2 of this saga and my hunt for promos. And here we go with PFM, Chocolate Kings, And I'm going to show you all these without the diapers. So I'm not going to have any plastic on them, so that way you get the full effect and you can see these magnificent records here. Chocolate Kings, white label promo. These are beauties. All 20 of these are beauties. Coming in, that was coming in at number 20. They only get better from here. And I love PFM, and I love this band coming up. I love Nectar. And Nectar comes in hot at number 19 with Down to Earth. And I found this one online not too long ago. And I found this one. And the cover is like maybe a grade G plus. Look at there, buddy. Look at that, huh? Down to Earth Nectar, white label promo. Man, these sound good. And they're all, I put all 20 of these so far already in the Humming Guru. We're talking about the Humming Guru again. So that was coming in hot at number 19. Number 18. Alice Cooper sung about 18, didn't he? We're going to talk about the band that I really like, and they're from England. Curved Air. Plasmagoria. This one here is coming in at number 18. The white label promo of Phantasmagoria. Curved Air, with legendary band with Francis Monkman and Eddie Jobson was in it. There's been all kinds of people in that band. I just keep pulling them off the stack here. I get excited about them. I love them all so much. These are like my babies. Okay, so now we're going to number 17. This is a guy that I've listened to for a long time. He played with Jeff Beck, and you know him. You love him. It's the Jan Hammer Group. Look at that big old fat promo on there. Huh? See there? Yeah, this is the Jan Hammer Group. And this is the album called Oh Yeah. And this album's a cooker here. It's got that blue label. Not all of them had white labels. They weren't all white label promos. And I'm going to show you one in the next batch next week that it's not a white label. It doesn't even say promo on it, but in the Dead Wax, it comes up as a promo. And I'm going to show you that next week. Not today, though. So that Jan Hammer album, number 17. Number 16, this is one I just got like the day before yesterday. It's PFM. And PFM is an Italian progressive rock band. I'm not going to try to butcher the full name. Figure that one out for yourselves. This album's called Jet Lag. And this was after they came out with Chocolate Kings. And there's the white label promo for Jet Lag. And this album is another smoker. If you haven't listened to PFM in a while, or if you've never listened to PFM, you need to give them a chance. This is another album I just recently got. Here's The Nice. That one there's pretty cool, huh? This is the band, the Keith Emerson. And this was kind of like a Leftovers album. This was their last album they did together. And the first side is some leftover songs from the album before this. And then the second side is live stuff. So there's the guys right there. You know, Keith Emerson. And after this album, he went right to do an Emerson, Lake and Palmer. The first album with Greg Lake and Carl Palmer. And this one here, if you listen to especially side A, where the new songs at the time, they sound just like Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It just sounds like you got to dig into The Nice. If you love ELP, then you're going to love The Nice. So that one there is coming in number 15. Okay, we're coming in now. We're getting close to 10. We got number 14 coming up. John Anderson and Vangelis. Yeah, short stories. Vangelis passed away this year. John's getting up there. No, yes, without John Anderson. Yes, I said it. So get your comments in the below. How about short stories, John and Vangelis? This is their first album they did, a collaboration. They did many. They did 2 or 3 albums. And they did Friends of Mr. Cairo, and they did a couple others. But all their albums are epic. If you love John Anderson, you'll love John and Vangelis. And to have this white label promo of that album, that's just too cool. Number 13, coming in, lucky 13. Let's listen to this again last night. This is an incredible prog album. Fire Ballet, Night on Bald Mountain. And this one here has got the Passport label. but right over here it says quadraphonic. It's also a quad. Promo copy, not for sale, right at the top. This thing sounds so fantastic. Oh my goodness. Look at those hippies there. I got turned on to these guys when I was on my first ship in the Navy. There was an officer, and he knew I liked prog because I had a radio station on the ship. And I played records and stuff, and this would have been 77, 78. And there was an officer on board, and he used to listen to my show. Was played over the 1MC, over the, and then he told me about this band, Fire Ballet. I'd never heard of them because I was listening to Genesis and King Crimson and Yes and all the prog bands. This is like a second tier prog band, you would call that back in the day, like Star Castle or some of those other bands, Kayak. So he asked me to come up to a stateroom. He was going to play me some. And back in those days, I don't know what he was playing it on, because back in those days, all you had was, I don't even think cassettes were around then. It was like, must have had a record player in the stateroom. I don't remember. But he played Fire Ballet, and I got blown away by it, and I had to find it. And I used to have it, but it went with the first purge. So that one there is coming in at number 13, right there, buddy, 13. Okay, number 12 coming in. This is my favorite Straubs album. And I found this album. This is here. This, look at this cover. This cover is, usually black covers are beat up pretty good anyway, but there's the Straubs coming in at number 12, white label promo of Ghosts. Yeah, I love this album here. This is my favorite Straubs album. I love Heroin too, and Grave New World, but I think that they, after those two, they got it. This one here was the one after that, and their third album is just unbelievable. Coming in at number 11, coming in hot, Nectar. Everybody has this album. Everybody knows this album, right? No, not so much. I sent a copy of this to Tony, 2 from the trunk. What a great channel. You need to go ahead and sub him up, as well as the Stoner. This one here is a special promotion. See it right there? Special promotion. This is a special edition of North Carolina Vinyl Picker. If you caught me midway, we're showing promos tonight. My top 20 promos. Next week, we're going to do my lower 20, 40 to 20. Remember the Future, Nectar. Promotional copy, not for sale. Found this at a flea market in Florida. I think he had $8 on it. And I'm like, as soon as I saw the special promotion on the front, I'm like, oh, that's going home with me. I guess I've been collecting promos for quite a while. Number 10, we're halfway there. Elegant Gypsy, my favorite jazz guitarist. There you go. Time Strip, down here at the bottom. White label promo. Coming in at number 9, sorry about that, Imaginary Voyage. Jean-Luc Ponty with a time strip. Just a regular Atlantic, but it has the time strip on there, Imaginary Voyage. This is a great album. If you like Jean-Luc Ponty, this is probably the best right here. And it got that time strip on there. Love it. Coming in at number 8, I believe we're at number 8. We're getting down there. Caravan for the girls who glow plump in the night. Got the promo on there. I got 2 of these. First one came in, it was cracked. And the second guy said, oh, I have another one, I'll send you. He sent me a second one. This one here, the cover is messed up. It's all waterlogged at the bottom. This one has the promo sticker on the front. The other one has the promo sticker on the back. The other one's also cracked. This one here plays perfect. There's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's Caravan. Caravan coming in at number 8. I have 2 copies for the girls who grow plump in the night. Okay, so we're talking number 7. Look at this one here. My favorite Supertramp album. Not everybody's favorite. Crisis, What Crisis is my favorite though. A lot of people like Breakfast in America or Crime of the Century. I love those too. I love all their albums, even after Hodgkins left. But this one here for me, I love that album, the song, A Soapbox Opera. That is my favorite Supertramp song. It's the 4th song on side A, and it's got the promo sticker over here, and this one here is coming in at number 7, the white label promo for Crisis. What crisis? This world here is kind of like what we're living in these days, right here. Here's the lads on the back at the beach enjoying themselves. What a great band they were. And then somebody had to screw it all up. Another dysfunctional band. We ought to make a show on dysfunctional bands. Coming at number 6. Can't leave her off. Got to keep Linda on there. Yeah, old Linda Ronstadt with the promo. And this album is Hasten Down the Wind. I remember picking this up. White label. I sent one of these to Tony. I remember picking that up out on the highway, Route 17 in New Jersey growing up. And I was going out to get this album. My dad took me out there, and Don Imus was out there. Imus in the Morning back then. One Sacred Chicken to Go. He had that album, and I used to have that album, and he signed it, and that went with The Purge. So I don't have Don's signature anymore. Okay, so we're number 5. We're down to the top 5. These are my 5 favorites right now. My 5 favorites. 5 more to go. We'll call it a night, and then you guys can get some sleep, or gals. Richard Wright. Ret Dream. And I just saw another copy of this just the other day at the flea market. I think the lady had $12 on it. I think I paid like 16. Yeah, I paid up for it, but I didn't have it. I didn't see it for the longest time. This album here sounds just like Pink Floyd, but better. Oh man, it's really good. I never heard it before. I heard he has another album too, Broken China, but that album was only available on CD. That's during the CD era. This one here must have just before the CD era. This album came out in 78. And yeah, this is a great album. If you don't own this one, you need to buy this one. Find this one. Especially the promo. It sounds so good. Okay, where are we at? Number 4. I found this one here this week. Couldn't believe it. I was at a little antique mall in Lincolnton, North Carolina, which isn't too far from me. And went upstairs. That's where the record guy used to be. And I went down on the right side, and he was gone. I'm like, oh no, where'd the record dude go? So I went back around to the stairs to go downstairs, and there was another bunch of records by the stairs. So I got a chair, and I sat down, I started going through them, and I picked up one record while I was there. And it was this one right here. Look at there. Kansas Mask. Promo, white label promo. $4. Oh my gosh. I about fell out of my chair. Yeah, I got pretty excited about it. White label promo. Mask for $4. This was the first concert next to, no, I told you that I saw Mountain in high school. So this would have been my first professional. I saw them in my high school. So this would be my first professional concert that I went to. And it was at the Capitol Theater in Passaic, New Jersey. And it was Kansas. And they opened up for, look at that. I think Marshall Tucker Band. They opened for Marshall Tucker. Or Marshall Tucker opened for Kansas. But it was one or the other. I don't remember. They were both good. And I stayed a Kansas fan over the years. Marshall Tucker's okay. I Searched Him for the Rainbow. It was the album that was out when I saw them. And Mask was the album Kansas was doing. And this one here is just too cool. Coming in at number 4. Can they get any cooler than that? Bet you they can. I got 3 more here to show you. David Gilmour. Look at that one. His self-titled first album, white label promo, number 3, coming in number 3. Can you imagine anything getting better than this one? Well, we got 2 more I'm going to show you. No, it's not Led Zeppelin. I wish I had one. No. Little Tommy down the front row down there. No, it wasn't them. It wasn't Led Zeppelin. No, it wasn't. Pink Floyd? No, Billy. No, I don't have one of them. No. Sit back down. Sit back down. David Gilmour. Look at there. White label promo. That was number 3. Number 2. My favorite solo Yes album. Next to Elias. And I have to get Elias of Sun Hill on promo. I was this close to getting one, and I lost it. I lost out. He wanted too much for it. So, yeah. How about this right here? Chris Squire. Fish Out of Water. Promo. Right there. Yeah. It's a promo, but it doesn't have the promo sticker. It just has the... Atlantic didn't really do that. They didn't have the weight label, or they didn't put on here that it was a promo or anything. So, Tales from Topographic Oceans. Tales from Topographic Oceans. There's number one. You wanted it, you got it. Here's my number one favorite promo. There you go. Doesn't have anything on the front. Now, I've seen them with a big yellow thing where it has, you know, this and that. Look at there. Found this at a bookstore in Sanford, Florida, before I left Florida. And I think lady had $35 on it. I thought it was a little pricey. But for a white label promo of Tales, it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. I just wish it had the sticker on the front. Maybe I'll find another one someday and Frankenstein it. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was my top 20 promos. Next week, I'm going to have more pickups for you. Going to have more promos to show you. I got the lower 20 to show you on the promos. I may even have more than that. Going to have some more out in the woods finds. Some finds that I found out shopping and picking and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then also going to talk about my top 10 YouTube channels. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do a deep dive into 10 channels that I find that are really cool. And I'm going to tell you about them. And I'm going to tell you that I'm going to take time so you can sub them up as we go along. So, yeah, you know Stoner's going to be on there. You know that. And the old goat, oh, he'll be on there. Tony 2 from the Trunk, Dave the Pickup Artist, JT's Music Week. All them people are going to be on there. And Rachel, and Mazzy, and the Wax, and all them people. So, and there's lots more. But we're going to talk about them next week. We're going to do 10 of my favorite YouTube channels next week. I'm still getting thirsty again. I'm still looking for some more records this week, so I'll be out digging and trying to also sell some CDs. I'm doing the purge, as we talked about last week. I'm doing that haul, that CD purge. I've sold some already. I was able to buy some more records with that, and that's what I want to do is flip them over. I don't listen to them anymore, but yeah, y'all have a great rest of your week. Support the troops out there, and y'all be safe on the roads and all that stuff. Take care, and the North Carolina Vinyl Picker will be back next Sunday with another show. Unless I do a special during the week, you never know what I'm going to find. If I find something really cool, then I'm going to break in via news break. We'll show you what I picked up. So I hope you enjoyed the promos, and I hope you enjoyed the new pickups, and we'll be talking to you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.